Welcome home, masters and misfits. It's Hidori Kuro here, back with more Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. We last left off last night. We took care of the ranged and tank role quest for Dawntrail. And finally, there's one more left, and that is that of the melee DPS, so let's not waste any time here. Let's go ahead and get right into it. The Hunter and the Hunted. Sepia seeks an adventurer who likes getting up close and personal, and boy do I with this side. Hello there, I take it you've spoken with Burukivu, willing to lend a hand. That's right. I truly am grateful. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Sepia, and I have traveled far from my village in the forests of Zakzaral in search of a brave soul to help us retrieve our stolen treasure. For generations have my people watched over the Dreamweave cocoon, the vessel in which the power of the Swallowfall Terral Vigil is sealed. Before its ascension, the Swallowtail warded off would-be predators by assuming the form of more threatening butterflies, poisonous ones, and the like. Okay, I was gonna say butterflies? Through its skill at mimicry. So it survived, day after day, summer after summer, until the dawn of its great new existence. It became capable of taking on the form of any creature which crossed its path. This fearsome power was sealed within the cocoon, and any who possessed it command its self-same abilities. Indeed, the wielder, too, may assume the form of any man of beast or man they have beheld. That's concerning. Yet this mimicry is not limited to merely physical forms. No, the wielder may replicate the talents and abilities of their target, so long as such actions fall within their ken, that is. Why is this not sealed away more securely? Exactly, this seems like a much more broken artifact compared to the others. In an instant, they may become a master of the hunt, a twin-blade wielding viper, or savage rocks with claws and fangs to get whomsoever they please. It is this power which has protected my village from the predators of the forest. For though it grants many boons, the forest contains threats in equal measure. By donning the skins of its most formidable beasts, we've kept ourselves safe for generations. Without the cocoon, my village's very survival is at risk. That is why we have sent our foremost hunter, Itoka, to ensure it is reclaimed. She has never failed to capture her quarry, so I thought she would make short work of this ordeal. Yet there has been no word from her. I fear this may be a hunt she cannot undertake alone. It is for that reason I wish to enlist the aid of one familiar with the lay of the land beyond the Great Sea, one who has prowess close quarters would supplement her expertise with the bow. One of the villagers ran into a thief before he fled, and said he intended to use the cocoon's power in Kugane, which I understand is the name of a large settlement located far, far to the east. Okay, so this last one's having us go to Kugane. Starting to think I should have had the samurai job for this, then. Please, for the sake of my home, set out to this eastern habitation and assist Itoka with retrieving the cocoon. Leave it to me. People of Doma love me. Your willingness to aid is most reassuring. You have my heartfelt thanks. Upon arriving in the eastern land, search for a Viera woman carrying a bow and dressed in similar attire to myself. If you visit a tavern like this one, I dare say you might find someone who has seen her. Luckily, there happens to be one right outside the docks, so it's gonna be too hard to find her. Hopefully. So, down to Hingasi. Down to Hingasi. Oh, pronouncing Eastern names is painful for me. Not as painful as trying to pronounce all these names in Terral, but still. So we've been to Limsa, Isgard, Alamigo, and shit, where did the Magic DPS take me to? Should have already forgotten. How the hell did I forget? Like, we took care of it on Monday. How did it was not that long ago. Why can't I remember where the magic GPS took me to? Welcome to Siokaze Hostelry. How may I serve you? Any sign of a Vieira woman with a bow? You're searching for someone. As a matter of fact, I do distinctly remember seeing a Vieira woman of that description earlier. But I'm afraid I could not tell you where she may be now. A last from Tural, was it? Sorry, I can't help you. That reminds me though, I heard Tural has his own local variety of spirits called mezcal. I've been meaning to taste it myself for an age now, but you've no idea how hard it is to get one's hands on a bottle of it here. I can imagine. Where did the Magic DS job take me? Hilo took me to Limsa. Reigns took me to Alamigo. Tank took me to Isgard. Where the hell did the Magic DPS take me to? I cannot for the life of me remember. Why can I not remember? Oh, this is going to be driving me crazy. A Vieira woman bearing a bow. Well, yes, I do recall seeing such a person. It was hard not to notice her, really, given how she was peering at every little thing. If she came from the distant lands to the west, no doubt Kugane is quite the unusual sight for her. With any luck, to be where I saw her in the vicinity of the Seki Sigumi barracks. Oh, not the Seki Sigumi. They're pretty much like the law enforcement of Kugane. Razadhan! That's where it was. Magic DPS took me to Razadhan. God, why I could not for the life of me remember. I don't know why I was drawing a blank there. Itoka-esque woman. The city's simply too large for me to cover alone. Perhaps it's the time I returned home. I don't need to do that. Itoka. Yes, I am C. And you are? Clothes on. Your sister sent me. I see. Sepia always was a worrywart. I appreciate the help, though. Ascertaining the whereabouts of the cocoon has been no easy task. I managed to secure a room and board in this lodging after arriving in Kugane, and I've been using it as a base to track down the thief ever since. I'll tell you all I know. According to eyewitness from my village, the thief is a middle-aged Yuran male. That's all we have to go on regarding his appearance. Yet, so long as he possesses the cocoon, he can be anyone and anything. An elderly woman trapezing along the street, a child throwing a ball, maybe even the dog chasing after it. Truth be told, I was nigh at wit's end trying to find him. That is, until I discovered a series of unusual squabbles have been occurring around the city. After investigating these incidents, I found one commonality. The instigator in each case invariably had no recollection of the incident, let alone of inciting it. What's more, eerie accounts have begun to circulate amongst the residents. Some folk claim they've somehow been seen in two places at once. Oh, so they're mimicking the people around here. Based on all this, I believe the thieves have been using the Dreamweave cocoon to transform into innocence and spread discord throughout the city. Stands to reason we find him by following the trail of chaos left in his wake, no? And yet, even should we apprehend him, in whatever form he's hidden himself in, there's something to stop him from feigning ignorance. Besides a secret remedy, of course. The recipe for an elixir which can forcibly remove the cocoon's enchantment has been passed down in my village for emergencies like this. I made sure to prepare a few vials before making the voyage here. That was smart of you. I need simply throw the solution at the suspect, and Cocoon's weave of mimicry will unfurl us on the spot. That covers everything. Now let's say we see if there's any trouble afoot. The thief will undoubtedly not be far from it. Let me know when you're ready. We'll catch them together. Alright. Ready to set off then? Perfect. I say we begin our search in the markets. I recall a great number of people gathering in the Yakuza district. I believe it was called Yakuza district. To think all of this was wrought by mortal hands, remarkable. When people have ever lived in harmony with nature, but that doesn't mean we condemn the ways of those who choose otherwise. In fact, in the brief time I've been exposed to settlements like this, I've come to see such places have their merits too. That they do. So, how are we doing this? Look, you thieving horse, and I told you this isn't enough! But, sir, that cannot be right. I'm sure I gave you the change in full. Enough! Hand over my money or I'll take it by force. Let's keep watching. It's too soon to say anything. But isn't it obvious? No one gets so worked up over a handful of coins unless they're looking for trouble. But... Seriously, could not have waited. What in the blazes do you think you're doing? Sorry, very, very sorry. Oh dear. 1,000 apologies, sir. I gravely miscalculated your change. I will return what you're owed immediately. I beg your forgiveness. Was I then a little too hastily, weren't we? I apologize for the disturbance. Dreadfully embarrassing. It's a bit embarrassing on our end because someone couldn't be patient. Well, Hunter doesn't quit after a single arrow misses its mark. It's not to dwell on what's done and instead focus on our next course of action. Let's see how things fare on Kuganadori. Alright. But actually wait this time, please. I'm not sure how many of those vials you actually brought with you. Can't be wasting them on civilians. I can't believe how impossibly vast it is. My jaw dropped when I first saw it. I could hardly fathom where the horizon ended and the sea began. Before arriving in Tuliolo, I'd imagined the sea must be merely a larger, saltier body of water than the lake back home. There, we could race from shore to shore. To attempt the same here, I fear would have fatal results. Probably. Well, I'll cut you down where you stand, you lecherous lummox! Definitely trouble over there. Oh boy. Now what's happening? What's going on here? The big bloke yonder literally laid his hands on the grizzled village woman, afraid this may come to blows. Calm yourself, man. I've not done what he claims. You dare insult injury by calling her a liar? Ignore him. I told you that pig defiled me. Cut him down this instant. There is no truth to her words. Wherefore does he sprout such rubbish? Kami, give me strength. Cut the bloody brute down already. Yes. Not less than your head shall serve as penance for your crimes. Very well, let my blade prove my innocence. It's her, right? It's gotta be. Got you. There's our thief. He looks to be a shinobi, no less. Was that really necessary? No matter, I was growing weary of this pretty face, this petty farce. It's time I moved on to bigger and better things. The cocoon! What the? But I weren't kidding when you say turn into anything. Oh, no you don't! Can she hit him? Nope. Oh! Oh, that was so close! And he doesn't even care. There it is. That somehow had to be the worst arrow shot ever I've ever seen. But how odd. My bow is more out of tune than I realized. Clearly. Well, at least we were on the right track this time. Sweetheart. Is it really you? I'll think to Kami you're safe. I found her lying unconscious in a nearby alleyway. She could only vaguely recall being attacked from behind before losing consciousness. So the villain knocked her out before assuming her visage in a ploy to deceive her husband. I fell for the deception like a complete and utter fool. I do not even know how to begin to make amends. There are no amends to be made. Simply acted as any husband would. At least they solved it peacefully. Due to your involvement, this matter was resolved without bloodshed. The Seki Segumi thank you. It is regrettable, however, that the villain managed to escape. A criminal who can change their shape at will is exceedingly dangerous. Know that the Seki Segumi will alert the populace to this menace, and remain vigilant for any suspicious activity in the city. This might prove to be more challenging than we thought. Dealing with someone that can change their appearance into any person and anything that's living. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack at this point. Let's return to my lodgings. I'd like to go over where we stand with our elusive quarry. Alright. Elusive is putting it lightly. Dealing with someone who can be anyone, anywhere, at any time. We haven't waited to remove the disguise, but we gotta watch to see if that someone is him. As predicted, the thief has been using the cocoon's power of mimicry to incite conflict around the city. What he hopes to accomplish by doing so, however, is still unclear. And so long as he has this power, our sole means of tracking him remains the havoc left in his wake, unfortunately. A trying trail for any other, but I'm heartened to have a warrior like you beside me as we tread it. We'll catch him together, and when we do, we'll mete out the justice he deserves, KuroZan. I'd hope so. I'd hope so. The Sea of Blood. Itoka is eager to continue the hunt. Good to see you, KuroZan, for better or worse. I haven't heard about any unusual incidents in Kugani since our last altercation with the thief. There may be a reason for that. Do you remember when he claimed he was moving on to bigger and better things? If we're to catch him, we may have to expand the scope of our search beyond Kugane. Yet he traveled all the way from Toral to this eastern land for a reason, and I can't imagine he'd go too far. Do you know of any other settlements nearby? Ruby Sea is dotted with settlements. People live out in those waters, but they're so vast. Where would we even begin? Ah, so the Bakufu has an outpost at the Ruby Price? That sounds like the perfect place to start. Let's make our way there and avail ourselves of the soldiers' intel. If anything out of the ordinary has occurred, no doubt they'll be aware of it. Shall we? We shall. We're gonna have to take a long way. Sorry about that. Kind of fell asleep late last night after the stream last night. Let's do wards. Yeah, here we go. Just the entrance to the Ruby Sea doesn't have a freaking etherite near it. Well, this is unexpected. What brings you to the Ruby Price? Disputes. Strange you should ask. Not even a moon ago, the waters of the Ruby Sea were poisoned to turn a sanguinary state. What? Please, tell us everything. The Confederate skiff approached the Ruby Price without authorization, and its occupant began hurling insult after insult in an obvious attempt to provoke us. We did not succumb to their provocations, however. After warning the vessel we fired if they drew an elm closer, they withdrew without a word. However, should they attempt to provoke us again, we will not display the same level of restraint, and the roar of our cannons shall signal their comrades to rally in full force. The waters will flow red, or if that, there could be no doubt. Tensions run high. Not like this has ever occurred. I see. Thank you for the information. Might we speak privately? That felt out of nowhere. Like, what could that have to do with us? Based on the testimony just now, I get that there's an agreement in these waters that the Confederates are not to draw near the Ruby Price, guarded as it is by Fuku centuries. If that's the case, then as the soldier stated, I can only conclude that the vessel earlier was attempting to incite a dispute between the two factions, which fits the modus operandi of our quarry, wouldn't you say? Perhaps it was he who sailed here under the banner of the Confederates. Ah, that's right. That makes sense. Whatever the case may be, we have nothing but conjecture. We'll need solid evidence before we can alert the soldiers here to this threat. I doubt they'll heed our warning otherwise. First, we need to verify if any members of the Confederacy actually approached the Ruby Price. Do you know where their base of operations can be found? Yep. Out that way. Sakazuki. Looks like it would be the fastest for us to swim there. You can swim. I'll be taking Chocobo. Oh, we're already here. Cool. What? Absolutely not. Not one of my Confederate brothers and sisters would approach Ruby Price without authorization. Those cowardly Bafuku dogs might have concocted the spaceless women to get the rise out of us. The soldiers at the Ruby Price said that, did they? Pardon my language, but that's a load of sight. We have no interest in Hegan waters. If anything, I've seen their skiffs encroaching on our territory of late. If you ask me, they're the ones thirsty for blood. Just as the Toker said. The Navy's trying to sow discord between the two factions. Dayrock goes on. Listen to what this person has to say. The situation is more grave than we thought. How so? Think of you came, and not a moment too soon. Captain Hasso ain't been acting himself, you see. Normally where he goes, Tensui goes, but not today. He set up just earlier by his lonesome and ordered us to gather as many heads as possible as able to join him on the Isle of Becco to attend some pressing business. Normally I'd oblige the captain without a momentary hesitation, but I had a feeling something weren't right, so I asked him what manner of business. Going to set the ruby's price ablaze, he says. The bloody ruby price. Tried speaking some sense into him, but he weren't of mind to listen. Walked off saying he has no need of craven bastards like me. Look, I don't know what's gotten into the captain, but it can't be anything good. Please, go to the Isle of Becco, stop him and meet comrades before it's too late. This Rasa acting strangely can't be a coincidence. We need to get to that island, and quickly. Do you know the way? Yep. Got it. Not a moment to waste. The whole ruby price. Our thief is a lot crazier than we expected. I hear voices. Seem to gather ahead. Those scum think they can encroach on our territory and get away with it? I'll be damned if we let them. Tonight, we lay siege to the ruby price and seize it for ourselves. Are you sure? If we do this, we won't just be starting a battle, it will be starting a war. You've been acting strange, Captain. What's gotten into you? Silence! I didn't think. Ask me a bloody opinion. That's definitely not Rasho. Those blind dogs claimed it was us breaching the agreement. I say we give the bastards what they deserve. You're not welcome here. Be gone if you value your lives. You're not Rasso. I know Rasso. You wouldn't just speak like that. It's out to right skies once again. Don't tell me you can count even a card captain among your acquaintances. Afraid so. What are you trying to accomplish? Why incite such conflict wherever you go? Why? Sorry to disappoint you, but contrary to the passes of the unbound prattling about freeing the world from the tyranny of government, I have no grand designs. So he is a member of the passes of the unbound. I wish merely for everyone to show their true faces. Folk love to put on airs of sophistication and virtue, but push them towards the edge and their masks slip off to reveal the monsters underneath. They'll go for their neighbor's jugular to save their own skin. You've seen it yourselves. It's quite the spectacle. Oh, not again. Seriously! Please hit this time. How did you go over the mark again? And you almost hit this poor Namazu. Again. Damn it! The winds are too strong. Have you ever fired that damn bow at all before? A man of 1,000 faces is a true menace indeed. We'll return to unknown Kuro forthwith to alert the captain. Rest assured, the Confederacy will be keeping a close watch over the Ruby Sea. I didn't think for a moment he was an imposter, and the lies he spouted about the Bafuku soldiers were enough to make my blood boil. Think what would have happened had you not been here to stop us. Kami bless you. No kidding. All he wants is to expose people's so-called true faces. That's what he would use the cocoon for such a petty cause. Unthinkable. Right, at least the others actually had a reason. Like a grand reason. One wanted to sow chaos, another wanted to overthrow the respective governments. But this guy's just doing it just to mess with people. Let's return to Kugane for the time being. Right. This guy's just going to keep making things more complicated, isn't he? Nearly started a freaking war between the Confederacy and the Bafuku soldiers. Damn it all. I can't believe a bastard like that. Forgive me. I find myself more disgusted with that villain each time you see him. I think all of this was driven by small-minded spite. From what I can gauge, he didn't fly towards Kugane during his escape. I believe he seeks a new settlement to terrorize. Now that the Confederacy and I are acquainted, I'll see if they can help me. If they can't help me sniff out his roost. No doubt, where there's smoke, he'll be there stoking the fire. And I suppose I'll use this period to tend to my bow. Next time my arrow will fly true. I would hope so. You nearly hit a Namazu twice now. Who's who? Itoka appears to have found a new lead. Wonderful, you're here. Ever since the incident in the Ruby Sea, I've kept a line of communication with the Confederacy, and they've just reported something you'll be interested to hear. Apparently, a man impersonating the distinguished Lord of Doma was recently exposed. He tried to impersonate Hien? One of the Lord's retainers saw through the pretender's facade while he was attempting to stir up trouble in the Doman Enclave. The imposter then reportedly transformed into a hawk and fled. Clearly, our quarry now nests in Doma. I'd like to resume our hunt immediately, but I'm not sure where he may go after his failure in the Enclave. Do you any locations come to mind? One does. A town in Yangxia named Nama, you say? That sounds promising. The extent of your knowledge is truly remarkable, Kokozan. Then without further ado, let's make our way there and see if the residents have noticed any unusual activity. Let's hope so. Alright, let's get to investigating. Trouble? None that I can think of. For a blessing, all it's been peaceful. That's sort of good to know. I mean, trying to look for trouble so we can investigate, but hearing that everything's fine is good too. Have there been any quarrels of late? Well, yes, actually. Just the other day, the two of us were at each other's throats over persimmon. He was only supposed to eat half, but he wouldn't gobble the whole thing. In the end, she purchased this one by way of apology. So I let bygones be bygones. What's that? Is this some sort of quarrel you're speaking of? Not exactly, no. And welcome, Raiders! Thank you, Miss Strange, for the raid. Hi. You got that on folklore early. I wasn't expecting that. And thank you for the follow, Morphia. Anyway, welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Elf Squad. I am... My name is Hidori Kuro. I am a cyberpunk butler VTuber who also moonlights as a mercenary named Zeraphim. Welcome, welcome. Hope you all had a wonderful time with Miss Strange, and I hope that folklore was well fun for you. Let me give you a setup real quick. If I can remember how. Oh, sorry, start. Spell. I think I got it. Yep, there we go. But again, thank you for the raid, Miss Strange. I hope folklore was well fun for you. Sorry I had to leave early, but I had my own thing to do. I'm supposed to be gathering information on this imposter. No, not no, we're not talking about Among Us. By the Kami's grace, our quaint village has not seen strife since the Imperials were ousted. There have been news, however, of a man impersonating Lord Hien at the Enclave. As I'm told, when Lord Hien voiced intentions to invade Nagia, all present grew wary of the individual. This imposter clearly doesn't study the people he's impersonating beforehand, because Hien would never say something that crazy. None more so than Lady Yugiri, who saw through the farce immediately. After he was exposed, the villain fled the scene with haste. Unfortunately, efforts to find him have not borne fruit. Good thing Yugiri knew what to look for. They always counter her to know the real Hien from a fake. But that still begs the question: where is the guy? Has he really not targeted this settlement? I guess it's because it's too close to the Enclave. None of the residents I spoke with reported anything out of the ordinary. How did you fare? No luck on my end. Then it seems the villain is not here. Where might he have gone? Huh? What are you doing here? A friend of yours? Can't recall. Don't hang your head like we're strangers. We met just moments ago, remember? You asked me how to reach the house of the fear. Oh, crap. Now he's disguised as me? Good grief, lad. You're lost, aren't you? I can understand your embarrassment, but I'll tell you the way again. Listen carefully now. Follow the descending paths leading north out of the village until you see a small pond. And simply dive in and swim. The house of the fierce will be on the other side. Could he have impersonated you this time? This doesn't bode well. We must hurry. Much obliged, sir. Of all people to impersonate and of all places to head to, the House of the Fierce? Okay, that's it. No mercy. I was already ready to beat the hell out of him, but now he's just asking for me to kill him. He's impersonating Yen, now he's impersonating me. That I will not stand idly by. I've only dealt with one person that actually transformed into me, and that was my shadow self. I'm not going through that again! Just how far must you swim to reach this place? They say my days spent in lakes back home are about to come in handy. Luckily, it's not a far swim. Just gotta hold your breath for a while. Luckily, I don't have to. Blessing at the Kojin. Oh, you're kidding me. He really did transform into me. Okay, yeah, I'm killing him. My friends, it's come to my attention that the Khan of the Azim State's mighty Oriner tribe conspires in the south to invade Doma. Why not give them the chance? We must not give them the chance. Invasion would mean all-out war. There's only one solution. In the cover of darkness, we must assassinate the Khan. Only with his death can this crisis be averted. Like, they know not to trust this. I would not say something that crazy. They grow wary. Perhaps I should observe my targets more carefully. You think? With all due respect, these allegations must be brought before Lord Hien. It is imperative we receive his instruction before acting. That would be playing right into the Oriner's hands. After all, an imposter disguised as Lord Hien was but recently exposed. An Oriner spy, there can be no question. Yet the spy has fled, their whereabouts unknown. There could be anyone and anywhere, weaving new schemes even as we speak. Decisive action must be taken. This is why I came to you. So the impersonation of Lord Hien was a part of the Oriner's grand scheme? But why would those who fought alongside us for Doma's liberation conspire to invade? Forgive me, but you don't seem yourself, Kokozan. Something isn't right. Because I am desperate. A shadow looms over Doma, and only with your help can I cast away the dark pall. Please, lend me your strength. Our honored friend Kokozan risked life and limb to see Doma free, yet you address him with suspicion and doubt. If he says we must act to prevent greater bloodshed, then we must act. It is true that he has never led us astray. Brothers and sisters, let us join hands with Kokozan once more to drive back the shadow rising over Doma. Or you can all get your heads back on straight and realize the imposter's in front of you. What is the meaning of this? He's the imposter. It's that infernal Oriner spy. Quickly, kill him before he can escape. For fuck's sake, you sound nothing like me. The Sirat ain't here. Like, you didn't even get my mannerisms right. Come on. It's you. Such persistent vermin. Oh, we're crying out loud. Enough with that ego shit. You're not getting away this time. Please actually hit him. Oh, we're crying out loud. The problem appears to be your aim, not your bow. Ha! Pathetic. You're nothing like that other girl. What was her name? Ah, yes, Itoka. She was fearsome, that one. Right up until the moment I drove my blade into her back. Wait, what? But this was... What is this? Don't tell me you've been masquerading around as Itoka herself. After all, that would make you no better than me. Hiding behind the name of another to erase the blame you bear for everything that happened. Care to explain? I'm sorry, I'll swear I'll explain everything to you later. For now, we should apprise these men and women of the situation. Well, you're not wrong in that regard. We're definitely going to have to talk about this. The thing he can transform to anyone. A truly fearsome ability. I shall alert Lord Hien to this threat immediately. Rest assured that all of Doma will be on alert. I was completely fooled. I have no words to express my same. Upon speaking with you again, I realized that though the imposter assumed your guise, he had neither your spirit nor your grace. Forgive me, I will not fall for such a farce again. I would hope so. Well, at least nothing got escalated too far this time. I'm gonna worry one of these moments will be too late to stop him. Might I have a word? The man impersonating you earlier, I'd recognize his face anywhere. Without a doubt, he is Samidare, his childhood friend. You know him? Please, you must tell us everything. I've known Samidare nearly my entire life. We learned the shinobi arts together, you see. Roughly 25 years ago, we engaged in our first battle as proud ninja, defending Doma against the Empire's invasion. With every fiber in our body, we met their mighty Mazatec with nimble ninjutsu. As if moved by our resolve, the mighty Auspice and guardian of Doma, Tamamo Gozen, appeared on the field of battle to aid our cause. Oh damn, an Auspice? Oh, nice. Yet our efforts were for naught. The Empire's might fell upon Doma like a hammer, and we were crushed beneath their overwhelming force. Even with an Auspice fighting alongside you? The occupation began soon thereafter, and so too did my work from the shadows. While I devoted myself to resisting the Empire in secret, Samidare was conscripted to their army and forced to become an Imperial spy. I understand he served them well, fanning the flames of war in faraway lands through rumor and manipulation. Indeed, as far back as I can tell, Samidare has ever excelled in the skill of subterfuge. It was only after the prisoner exchange that he returned to Doma at long last. But he was a changed man, and can find no joy and solace in the peace he fought to secure and for our nation. Instead, he sought to disrupt it. But why? War has taught me the truth of this world. Civility is but a facade to hide man's savagery, and I'll prove it here, in dear, dear Doma. The fool I am, I thought he was jesting. Only later, when I discovered the web of lies he'd spun to turn folk against one another, did I realize he meant every word. I tried to confront him, but he fled Doma before I had the chance. Nevertheless, I searched his home afterwards and discovered a missive from an organization called the Passage of the Unbound. I have it with me here. So that's how he joined them. Dear illustrious Samidare, we extend our deepest gratitude for your interest in joining the Passage of the Unbound. With each passing day, our secret order draws closer to its goals, and we shall require exceptional talent for what lies ahead. Bearing these needs in mind, we have decided to welcome you into the fold. To celebrate the start of an auspicious future together, we invite you to meet your colleagues in Tuliyola and have enclosed your ticket within. Exceptional talent. Exceptional egos, more like. This Passage of the Unbound kept a watchful eye on nations far and wide to recruit cutthroats like Samidare, who only followed their own desires. Upon his arrival in Tural, Samidare's ambitions guided him to my home, where he stole the Dreamweave cocoon and set out to use it for his own twisted ends. I'm afraid that appears to be the way of it. In all likelihood, it is the Passage of the Unbound which alerted him to this Dreamweave cocoon's existence. Today, Samidare attempted to incite war between Doma and the Azam Steppe by wearing the face of our greatest ally, you. Your timely appearance prevented the worst from happening, but so long as he can alter his form and face at will, who can say what tomorrow may bring? His years as a secret operative have made him a master at reading people. Should he decide to study his target before taking their form, I fear his schemes may not be discovered until it's already too late. Please, be careful and may the Kami bless and keep you. Considering what he just tried to do, he may be headed to the Azim Steppe now. Attempting to find Samidare now would be a fruitless endeavor. It could be any bird in the sky or any beast roaming the wild. Let us return to Kagane. I will reveal everything to you there. I promise. I mean, you haven't given me reasons to not trust you so far, and you seem earnest enough. So there's gotta be a reason why you're saying who you're not. But yeah, unlike everyone else, he doesn't seem to be focused on toppling the established government of the nation he's in. He's just trying to cause discord. This makes me question, what's the leader's goal in all this? So, I'm grateful for your help today. Once again, I let our prey slip away. The only silver lining is that we know who he is now. But more importantly, I apologize for deceiving you. As Samadari said, I'm not the greatest hunter of my home. I'm not Itoka. I am Kiyuki. Or Kuiki. I hail from the same village as the Itoka, and I too am a hunter. But only in name. You've seen my aim for yourself. Yet most shameful of all is that it's all my fault the Dreamweave cocoon was stolen. Normally, it is enshrined in the deepest recesses of our home. Only Itoka had leave to wield it. The forest provides shelter and sustenance to many, and not all we share its bounty with our friendly. When great beasts threaten our home, the cocoon's power may be used to protect our lives. Yet, I used it for my own foolish desires. I couldn't take it anymore. I was a hunter, yet could barely catch prey large enough to feed myself. I was forced to wash clothes, prepare meals, and tune bows. Just once, I wanted it to be acknowledged. I wanted to feel pride. So I used the cocoon's power to transform myself into Itoka. With her dexterity and finesse, I finally caught prey befitting a true hunter. And I carried my prize home. He appeared. I found him collapsed in the middle of a beaten path. I never had reason to mistrust someone before, so I approached him to nurse his wounds. But the moment I drew close, he knocked the cocoon from my grasp and struck me unconscious. He was long gone by the time I awoke. I confessed my sin to the village elder, and in her boundless grace she forgave me. But I could not forgive myself. I left home that very eve in secret to pursue the thief, all the way to Kugane. After several days of fruitlessly scouring the city, who should I see but Itoka? As our most exceptional hunter, it came as no surprise the elder had charged her with recovering the cocoon. She was astonished to see me, of course. I had told no one of my actions. I feared that she would send me home. But when I expressed to her my shame, my anger, she consoled me and told me we would find the cocoon together. And I was certain we would. Until the day that duplicitous bastard killed her. You appeared soon after her passing. I thought with someone as strong as you at my side, maybe, just maybe I could avenge her. So I lied. Like Samidari said, I'm no better than he is. I'm an imposter. But my desire to reclaim the cocoon is every bit as strong as Itoka's was. I'm so sorry for lying to you, Koko-san. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. You continue to aid me in reclaiming the Dreamweave cocoon. How could I say no? Though you're not who you say you were, it's clear that you're not a bad person. So, no hard feelings. Thank you. I know with you at my side, I can keep my promise to Itoka. For now, I will remain vigilant for any news regarding the conflict in the region. Please, do pay me a visit when you find the moment to spare. I'm counting on you. Concerned prey. Kuikis. Kuiyuki. Kuiyuki. Kuikis. Yeah, Kuiki. Yeah, sorry. Kuiki's brow is furrowed and uncharacteristic unease. Kokozan, I'm relieved to see you. I thought you might resent me for lying to you, that you might refuse to lend me your help again. I'd certainly be hard-pressed to reclaim the cocoon alone in this foreign land. I truly meant what I said before. I'm counting on you. Though I'm ashamed to admit it, when I first arrived here, I was nearly swindled out of an heirloom by tucking catfish. I think I know who you're talking about. I'd been scouting the city for a stop to pawn my choker so I could secure room and board. You see, when the catfish approached me, claiming he'd buy my necklace for a fair price, offered me a handful of coins that glittered like gold. I was about to accept the offer when Itoka appeared. In mere moments, he discerned that the catfish's currency was counterfeit and ended the transaction then and there. She dragged me to the markets afterwards and pawned her own necklace to secure lodgings for the both of us. From the moment he arrived, Itoka took care of everything. What I'm trying to say is, I can't do anything on my own. I'm reckless and impulsive, and I'm just really glad to have you by my side. Oh, no thanks necessary. I'm here to help after all. Yes? It's been some time, my friends. Pray forgive my sudden visit, but I come bearing urgent tidings. Oh, it's you. I almost didn't recognize you. You're a completely different outfit. Ah, we spoke with you at the House of the Fierce. What brings you all this way? I was able to make contact with Samidare. I told him I was willing to make amends and join my oldest friend in exposing the lies in people's hearts. He responded most urgently and most eagerly and bade me meet him in secret. He actually fell for that? Wait, really? Did he say where? Aye, Hell's Lid. I had a mind to lay an ambush for him, but knowing the extent of the power he wields, I thought best to seek help. At Hell's Lid? Oh man. So I come here to beg your aid, Kokozan. Your strength and valor are unequaled, and we cannot apprehend Samidari without you. We may never get another chance to catch him unawares like this. There's no time to lose. Right. Wait! Forgive me for speaking plain, Huntress, but I fear we would only be a hindrance to Kokozan when the fighting begins. Let us go to Hell's Lid by skiff and meet us after the villain is subdued. Oh, I take your point. You're right. Without us there to distract him, Kokozan can focus wholeheartedly on the battle. Sorry, would you mind going at it alone? We'll be there as soon as we can. Got it. I'll give him what for. Hell's Lid of all places, though? Oh, that's on the water. I'm going there. Oh, why does this place only have 2 aetherytes so far apart from everything? I just go there, get there from the docks. Seriously, Ruby has got that like the worst placements for the aetherytes in the game. Like, there's only one above ground and the other one's underwater. Yes, underwater. But again, Hell's Lid? Isn't that where the auspices are? Right there. Unless they're not gonna be, unless they're picked a place there that it won't be. Then again, the auspices are hide underground, so I guess it wouldn't be up top up here. You see no sign of Samidare. Perhaps the Slayer is further ahead. I would hope so. Either that or this was a trap. Still see no sign of Samidare, but you feel an unsettling presence. Oh god, what is the red coaching doing here? And then to get the red coats in after me. Over there. Samidare is nowhere to be found. There's naught to do but wait your companion's arrival. Now I'm starting to think this was a trap. Hey, you alright? You could say that. I came as soon as... Oh, is the battle over already? Where's Samidare? No freaking clue. I was ambushed by a group of red Koji. What? So this was a trap. Wait, over there. Huh? Oh, shit. Boom! Thank you. I actually almost got caught. Samidare. Tweaky. Thank goodness I made it. With all that time I spent in that old Koji's cell convincing his underlings to attack you. My blade was mere elms from the skin of your back. Alas, the meticulous plan gone to waste. I seem to underestimated your strength. My failed huntresses' tenacity. I dare say I'm outmatched, and no common beast I might mimic can stand against you. You must contemplate your deaths with more care and more rigor. Look forward to our next meeting. Getting real tired of you. Thanks for the save. Forgive me, needed to catch my breath. Samidare's friend was the villain himself. As soon as the skiff made it to the open sea, he threw me overboard. I damn near had to swim like a fish to make it here in time. He said he's made me into a fool. Again. He waylaid me before using a similar ruse. By the time I figured out what Itoka was already... I always wondered how a craven like Samidare was able to kill her. Our greatest hunter. And now I know. He disguised as you, didn't he? When Itoka felt the blade in her back, she turned to see the face of her killer. She saw me. I'm glad I was able to prevent history from repeating itself. I don't want to lose you too. We should return to Kugane. Samidare may have planted more than one trap for us here. Doubtful, but good idea. Let's get back. The more we deal with the Samidare, the more I want to freaking end him. Like, he's got to be the most infuriating of the patches of the Unbound, so nope. Ella Red's and Kokona was still very annoying. Yeah, they were the most insufferable. This guy's just incorrigible. I feared the worst when I rushed to reach you. The moment Samidare was in sight, I charged without thinking, which, in retrospect, was probably for the best. Had I tried to shoot him from afar with my bow, I might have missed, or worse, hit you instead. Nah, I'm pretty sure I would have hidden the Namazu instead. But still, thanks for the quick thinking. In any case, I'm just relieved you're safe. Promise to be more wary from now on, particularly of familiar faces. It hardly needs saying, but remember to keep your guard up as well. For now, I'll resume my efforts to gather information about Samidare's whereabouts. You'll be the first to know once I have a lead. Imposter syndrome. Kuiki seems to be on edge. Considering how the situation has been going, I'm not surprised. Good to see you, Koko-san. Or should I say Samidare. There's only one way to be sure. I need you to tell me something only you and I would know. When I used the cocoon to take on Itoka's form, what creature did I hunt? You never told me. It's really you. That's a relief. Indeed, I never told you that my arrow struck a great wild boar, a prize for any hunter. Samidare is the only one who ever saw it. Ah, smart. Sorry for doubting you, but I could think of no better way to expose him if he attempted to impersonate you again. No, you're smart to do so. I have to remain vigilant. After all, even though no news of his plots has reached me of late. From here to Yenzia, people are on alert for a many-faced agitator within their midst. Not even a stray cat is beyond scrutiny. While Samidare can no longer act so brazenly, I'm afraid this means his trail's gone cold. We also have another problem. When he pushed me into the Ruby Sea, the remedy I carried was soaked in salt water. I'm afraid it's no longer effective. So we have no way of removing his disguise next time. No doubt his plan from the start was to eliminate the one means we had of undoing the cocoon's mimicry. We're at a disadvantage, too great to ignore. Which is why I intend to synthesize a new batch. I was just about to go procure the necessary ingredients from the supplier when you arrived. Why don't you join me? Sure. I get to see firsthand how it's made. I guess the impression this may end up being a fetch quest too. Why am I walking? I swear, I always do this. Why am I walking when you just used the Ethernet? And I don't mean the Ethernet that's plugged into my PC. I've never heard of such materials. Where are they found? Deep in the forest of Chiral. land beyond the Great Sea and far, far to the west of here. Tiral? I'm afraid my supply chain does not extend quite that far. Looks like we have to find ingredients ourselves. I fear this much. It doesn't help that the materials can only be harvested when the season is right. If we never return home now, I doubt I could find what we need. We've no choice but to give up on the remedy. I'm sorry, now we're at the mercy of Samidari's cunning. Oh, there. Tell me, have you any salves that might ease my aching back? Sir, this isn't the apothecary. Where are your spectacles? Oh, yes, how could I forget? Much better. Sometimes I forget my spine is up bad without these. Forgive me, Shirakashi. Chuiki? Excuse me, but do those bits of glass covering your eyes help you see better? Well, yes. Are you unfamiliar with spectacles? I've seen folk wearing them before, but I always thought they were decorative, like my choker. Tell me, where can I procure a pair of my own? Yamabuki is your man. He has a breadth of artisan contracts who will ensure you have a pair fine-tuned to your specifications. You'll find his sub on this very street. I'll look for him. Thank you. I'm guessing there's more. I'm guessing you came up with a plan or something? Care to explain? I'm sorry. You must be completely bewildered. Yeah, because, here's the thing. I've been wearing spectacles the whole time, woman. Why are you just now bringing this up? I thought a failure of a hunter like me would never be able to aid you in battle, but I've just come to realize there's hope yet. But let's not crowd this stall any longer. Can you join me over there? Sure. Why don't you explain what you're talking about? Ever since I was a child, I've had trouble seeing things from afar. That's why my aim with the bow is so poor. Oh my god, that's why? Because you have bad eyesight? That's been the problem the whole time. Oh my god. I'm not fit to be a hunter. Never was. It's only natural that chores like washing seats and preparing meals fell to me. But I always yearned to do more. To be more. I've always looked up to Itoka ever since I can remember. No matter how hard I tried, I simply couldn't give up on my dream. I had to be just like her. So I begged her to teach me everything she knew, from the basics of drawing a bow to precise aiming techniques that few hunters use. Yet despite all her efforts, my sight failed me where it counted the most. All my life I thought this was simply how nature intended for me to be. I was content to accept my lot. Now that I know spectacles might improve my eyesight, I feel hope. If I could just try them, mayhap my arrows would fire true. I could join you in battle and maybe even strike down Samidari with my own arrow. We may have lost the remedy, but this would give us an element of surprise. So I have to try on spectacles for myself. Well, alright then. Alright, let's go meet this Yamabuki. We can't really be picky with any plans at this point. A pair of spectacles, is it? I can certainly get you an order in the pipeline, but I'm afraid there'll be a wait. We first have supplies, you see, and the next shipment is due for a number of weeks. Of course, if you're in a rush, you could roll up your sleeves and get the materials yourselves. All you need is the glossy sail of an azure hawksbill and a cluster of arulent quartz. With them here, and my affiliates can work immediately. I knew it would be beginning a fetch quest. Who knows what scheme Samidari might contrive should we let down our chase for weeks. Would you be willing to lend me a hand with procuring the materials? If we split up, we should be able to gather them in the blink of an eye. Sure. Quite the compare, I see. In that case, I dare say you'll be able to negotiate with the blue Kojin for a carapace of splendid quality. I visited Tamamitsu during my investigations in the Ruby Sea. I'll handle the cell. That leaves you with the quartz. Afraid look for a cavern near Soul Rock in the Ruby Sea. Sprinkle some glittering gravel to lure Soul Iwamushi from its lair within and retrieve a cluster from its cell. Better than going after a mortal. Let's meet back here when we're finished. Alright. Alright, let's find this. UM something, whatever. Let's find this beast. Oh, now it's near. Oh, now you put something near a freaking waypoint. Honestly, can't stand the Ruby Sea. Set up straight. Let's hold this on the ground and now we wait. There. There. That's Kugane. Ah, you're the first return. I trust you have the quartz in hand. Right here. I'm just waiting on the cell. Excellent. This will make for a fine pair of lenses. Now we only wait for your friend. I'm back. Did you run all the way back? Oh dear. You really lack stamina. Sorry, didn't mean to alarm you like that. I spoke with the Kojin at the Blue as planned, but soon learned that Hawksbill cells have been sparse of late. They were reluctant to part with a single one. I was able to wear them down, though, until they proposed an exchange. We had dealt with the Red Coaching, who invaded their fishing grounds, they'd spare us out. Ah. I knew my bow would be useless, so I took a leaf out of KuroZeraphim's book and fought them up close and personal. As you can see, it took quite the beating, but so did they. Maybe a little worse for wear, but the trouble was worth it. I have to sell as promised, and with it, your associates can get started. Indeed they can. Let us first measure your eyesight, and then they can get to work. I'll be waiting out here. This is incredible. Everything is so vivid. Yeah, glasses will do that. Why, I'm sure I could hit a bird over the horizon. Come, KuroZan, I want to fire some test shots at the sign over there. But hold on, that seems like a fine way to earn the ire of this Seki Sugumi. I'll prepare some targets for you, so let's move somewhere less crowded. Of course. Thank you for going to the trouble. Bullseye! Farther one. Ooh, a little on the mark. You're off the mark for a second, but this will be the wheel test. To hit our mark. There we go. I did it. I really did it. After all these years, my aim is true. When he finds Samidare, he won't know what hit him. The question remains, how do we find him? I don't know if I can properly describe this feeling to you. After so long, I don't feel like someone pretending to be a hunter. Finally, I don't feel like a burden. As soon as I catch a whiff of Samidare's trail, you stop him for good. When that moment arrives, please lend me your strength one last time. Together, we'll retrieve the cocoon and return it to my village. Let's get this done. A hunter true. Kuiki is eager to discuss new developments with you. Your timing could not have been more impeccable, KuroZan. A person claiming to be an acquaintance of yours stopped by just moments ago, wishing to have a word about Samidare, no less. They're presently waiting in my room, so just give me a moment. Give me just a moment, and I'll bring them here. Oh! Serena! You look well, KuroZan. Forgive me for eschewing pleasantries, but there's an urgent matter I wish to discuss. Certainly. Wait. How do we know this is Serena? What did we eat the night before our trial in Bardam's Metal? Ah, I believe we feasted on Gula Gula meat. You and Hien competed to see who could bring back the Greater Hall. Yep, it's her. It would seem you two have grown wary of imposters. Then we can proceed straight into the heart of the matter. You appeared in Mal Ilu moments ago, claiming Hien had been driven to madness, and he was assembling an army in Doma with plans to conquer the Azam Steppe. He's getting desperate if he's playing that kind of card. For a blessing, we'd already received word from a Doman envoy that an agitator was mimicking others, and saw the ruse for what it was. Unfortunately, when we attempted to capture him, the imposter transformed into a sheep and disappeared among the bands grazing on the plains. When I informed our friends in Doma of the incident, I was told you have been using Kagane as a base to track down the perpetrator, and thought it best I praise you with this happening. Samidare. He won't relent. His schemes won't end until we make them end. I guess my hunch was right that he would head to the Sim Step. We may discover a clue as to his whereabouts in Reunion. If anyone in the Steppe has seen him, that's where they will be. Now I must alert the other tribes of this threat. May the wind speed your way. Good thing they caught on. Up to the Asm Step then. With any luck, someone in the Union will have insight to offer. I would hope so. To Reunion. It's been a while since I've been here. Someone stirring up trouble. A quarrel among tribes is as common as the rising sun. Not a day goes by without it. If you'll excuse me, I have goods to sell. Can I continue your inquiries elsewhere? That is true. Between the sun and moon tribes, there's always a spat or two. Conflict is forbidden in Reunion. This is known. As for my tribe, all is peace. I heard a rumor of interest, however, it seems Magnai of the Oranir has been behaving strangely of late. Perhaps that is related to the matter you're investigating? Oh, don't tell me he's impersonating Magnai now. Tell you what, we see him, we call him Little Sun. If that doesn't get a rise out of him, then it's not him. I know it. I've dealt with that guy enough times to know what I can set him off. Conflict? Not besides the normal quarrels between tribes. Certainly no disputes on the scale you speak of. But I have heard rumors that Magnai has been sneaking out of the Dawn Throne. Where could he be going then? And to do what, I wonder? If you could actually find and talk to Magnai, you'd be able to discern this quickly. Were you able to learn anything of interest? It seems Magnai of the Oranir has been acting weird. I've also heard rumors pertaining to this Magnai. One person even stated that they saw him head towards a place called Bardam's Metal not long ago. Perhaps he is in the form of Samidare has chosen to take on. Whatever the case may be, we'll find the answer at Bardam's Metal. We can't allow Samidare's depravities to go on any longer. Steel yourself, for when next we face him, we're putting an end to all of this. Good, you're ready. Once the battle begins, there's no telling which form Samidare will take. An eminent warrior, a fearsome beast, or worse. He's also shown more scrupulous behavior in his preparations of late. Whatever his form, we would do best to assume that he has thoroughly studied its strengths and will use them to full effect. Yet, I am not the feeble hunter I was before. Together, with your martial might and my exacting eye, we will defeat him. At long last, the Toka shall have her vengeance, and my village shall see the cocoon returned. Let's do this. Wait. Is that... It is. Why is he here? And see blessing? Sadhu? My peaceful, bright sun. I would bask in your warmth till my flesh burns to returns to the earth. Has that feral dog gone rabid? You speak of these honeyed words to lure me into your cot, only to slip right through it as I sleep. Okay, one is not the other, because one, Sadhu would never say that to Magnice. He hates him with a passion. Hasbul, I'm your Nama. Though we've had our disagreements in the past, I've come to understand my actions were born of love. Nope, that's not Sadhu. That's not Sadhu at all. That's definitely not. She would never say that's him. And only now that I am forced to wed, do I realize this. Despite my shame, I wish to confess my feelings before it's too late. Wed? A Dawntrail beast like you? To whom? To what? He and of Doma. By becoming kin, he seeks to leverage the influence of the Dawntrail to claim dominion over the steppe. The Doma knows no sin. Magna, come on, you know that's not Sadhu. Very well, I will consider your proposal, far-fetched though it may be, and overlook the possibility that you are my Nama. But first, we must gather our warriors. The Domin's impudence cannot go unpunished. We must for Dona come tomorrow's dawn. That is not your moon. You! What are you doing here? Isn't it not obvious? They are spies of Doma, come to quash any thought of resistance. You must kill them quickly. But he is the Khan. He is the Han. Exactly. Alright, oh, that's right, we're the Han, so they can't really go against us like that. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. You didn't think that through, did you? You two are quite the persistent pair. I had hoped to strike at your backs from the shadows, but now you forced my hand. Study your targets better, dumbass! I will select from my repertoire the greatest warriors I have witnessed. Use their strength to give you this death you so crave. Unbound, Silver-tongued Samidare. Beginning with her. Oh no, don't tell me it's gonna turn into... Okay, now I'm definitely killing you. How dare you? My arrow pierces your breast, the token will finally know peace. Not only that, wait till my sight gets a hold of your neck! Oh yeah, give me that good boss Steve. Duty commenced. I'm taking back what you stole. Take it if you dare, in the hands of Itoka herself. Hey! Artifact her mastery's mine to wield. It's not yours, nor will it ever be. Given her command over a beast, I'll come forth and swarm my foes. What if beast harkens to Samidare's call? Oh, shit. Oh, no, you don't. bit. Move. Let's see how fleet of foot you are. Crushed up! No, damn it, I didn't mean to use Camino that early. There's so many. But I can bury them in a volley of arrows. Do what you gotta. Nice! Stubborn fools. Very well. That's about the might of the brute that brute is or near. Oh great, he's transformed into the Magma. He was scuttle about no more. Ah! Not the fucking fetters again! Not to deliver the coup de grace with the Darly Devil. Not if you will remain. So you think. Please. Damn you, Soviet. I will see her for. Huh? Her who? Oh shit! Someone will report the mighty auspice Tamamo Gozen. Okay, I was not expecting that. Arms linked. Up, inward. Not finished yet. Oh, you're kidding. Minio. Perfectio! Here! Curse the spell your doom. 9-fold curse. Uh-oh. Sit! I shall drink deep of the ambient ether and render you to ass! Such baleful energy. We'll be in trouble if we don't do something. You need to tell me twice. Come on. 10 seconds. Come on! There! You are getting on my last goddamn nerve. You survived. He's winded, now's our chance. It takes more than that to kill me. No matter not. As long as I have this power, my victory is assured. Power that was never yours. No! I will not lose to vermin like you! Afraid you don't have a choice. Even with the might of an auspice, you are nothing. No. Come on. You can see better now. Aim true and... Yes! Oh, and that fall could not have been pleasant either. He's not dead. But, this is better too. Direct hit. Toka, it's finally done. Welcome back to the Waking World, Magnai. What am I doing here? I feel as though I've just awoken from the strangest dream. Well, you see... This cowardly cur assaulted you from behind and knocked you unconscious. Oh, he's mad. You have sown the sun with disgrace this day. You will feel his scorn and impressed upon your flesh. You shall forget the warmth of his radiance. And in the shadows you will scream, yet none will hear. Prepare yourself. I know how Magnite gets, son. He is screwed. Death would have been too good a fate for him. As much as I hate to admit it, yeah, death would be mercy. He deserves to spend the rest of his days feeling the weight of his crimes. Now we've honored Itoka's memory and reclaimed the cocoon. Now words can express my gratitude, Kokuzan. I can finally go home, but my community awaits our foremost hunter's triumphant return. What expressing will come over their faces when the village disgrace arrives instead. I don't know if I can bear to see it. We'll find out when we get there. Our journey to reclaim the Dreamleaf cocoon has come to an end at long last. With that, I could return home in high spirits. As I recall, you and Sesepia is the one. You said Sesepia is the one who requested your help, yes? Let us make the journey back to Tuliolal and report to her all that has happened. And finally, back to Tuliolal. You're back. Were you able to retrieve the Dreamweave cocoon? Indeed, we were. You took it distant with you? Well, about that. Yuiki? Thank goodness you're alive. Tell her. May her soul rest in the cocoon's embrace. I can't believe Itoka is gone. Yes, our village's greatest hunter is lost to us, while its greatest failure still survives. Here, take the cocoon back where it belongs. Home. I have no right to return. Don't be ridiculous. You are a child of the forest. You are our dear sister. You can always, always come home. The entire village has been worried sick about you. We all saw how crestfallen you were, so when you suddenly disappeared, we feared you took your life. For 3 days and 3 nights, we scoured the land and watched to find you. Yet look at you now, Kuiki. Not only are you hale and whole, but you have reclaimed the cocoon too. I'm sure that the Itoka spirit hunting in the forest above is smiling down at you with pride. And she would much rather you take up her mantle and protect the village than wallow in guilt over her death. Nothing escapes your gaze now, after all. Isn't that right? That is true. Thank you, says Sepia. It's settled. You will return home with me, and finally our village can breathe a sigh of relief. And it would be remiss of me not to thank you properly, Kokozan, for assisting Kuyuki in claiming the Dreamweave cocoon. You have my heartfelt gratitude. I was little more than a liar and a hypocrite when we first met. But during our time together, I discovered that I'm so much more than that. That with the right tools, even I could become a hunter worthy of following in Itoka's footsteps. I'm truly grateful to you for helping me see that. Farewell for now, Kokozan. I hope that one day our paths may cross again. Likewise. Safe travels. A hunter true. Complete. Dreams woven anew. And that's all the Role Quest. Usually there's an aftermath or epilogue afterwards, but considering that we're still in the middle of the MSQ, that's not gonna be for a while. So, I think that's what I'm going to leave it for today. I know today was shorter than Monday and Wednesday, but I had only planned on dealing with the last Melee Role Quest because I knew it was going to take a while, a good couple of hours, which surprisingly it did. So next week we're going to get back to the MSQ and get back to Living Memory and face the painful emotional trauma that it's going to inflict on me, like I know it will. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and until next time, we hope to see you again soon, Masters and Misses.